Welcome to Xbox with Morrpix episode 4. I'm your host Morrpix, and this is your place for curated, quality, positive, and enthusiastic Xbox coverage. This show will release weekly in video form on youtube.com and morrpix.com, and in audio form on podcast platforms. If you love Xbox, then this podcast is for you. On today's show, we talk about Xbox Series X launching in November, Halo Infinite's delay, and Minecraft Dungeons DLC, news, and more. Now we're going to start with news, our top Xbox stories of the week. Over on Xbox Wire, Xbox Series X launches this November with thousands of games spanning 4 generations by Will Tuttle, Xbox Wire editor-in-chief. There will be thousands of games to play, spanning 4 generations when Xbox Series X launches globally this November, and over 100 optimized for Xbox Series X titles, built to take full advantage of our most powerful console, or planned for this year. And with brand new console features like hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing, frame rates up to 120 frames per second, faster loading times, and quick resume for multiple games, playing will look and feel better, with no matter which games you choose to play on day one. More than 50 new games planned for this year across generations and optimized for Xbox Series X, including Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm really looking forward to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Dirt 5, Gears Tactics, which is really good if you haven't played it on PC. Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Watch Dogs Legion, one of my most anticipated games this year. With Smart Delivery, you only have to buy these games once. Play the best versions for your console across generations. New games developed for Xbox Series X and launching with Xbox Game Pass, including exclusives like the Medium, Scorn, Tetris Effect Connected, and more. More than 40 popular games newly optimized to take full advantage of Xbox Series X, such as Destiny 2, Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Madden 21, which I can't wait for, and more. Playing your favorite games and franchises across 4 generations of Xbox was a key tenet for us in the next generation of console gaming. This commitment means that you will have access to thousands of titles across 4 generations of content, from Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, which is very impressive when you think about it. We're going to have not every game, but a lot of games from 4 different generations of consoles that we can play on one console without paying extra to access them. So that's pretty cool. Our Back Compat team continues to develop new innovations that can be applied to a curated list of titles that will enhance them even further than was possible when they were originally created. These optimizations include the ability to render titles with increased resolutions up to 4K, delivering new HDR reconstruction techniques to games that were developed years before HDR came into existence, applying anisotropic filtering to improve image quality, and creating ways to increase or double the frame rate of certain titles. Now that's very impressive. A game that never had HDR, now you can play in HDR. A game that ran at 30, you can run at 60 now, and a game that ran at 60, you can run at 120. So that's pretty impressive, and I like that they're trying to innovate. They're not just like, oh, let's just get it up and running. No, they're trying to make it better. So that's pretty cool. And that is it for that story. Now it's on to the next story. Halo Infinite Development Update by Chris Lee, Studio Head, Halo Infinite. We have made the difficult decision to shift our release to 2021 to ensure the team has adequate time to deliver a Halo game experience that meets our vision. That makes me sad. I really wanted to play Halo Infinite on day one, but at the same time, I want Halo Infinite to be the best game it can be for everyone. I want it to be universally loved and played and regarded as, one of the better Halo games. So they need to take the time they need to take. He continues, the decision to shift or release is the result of multiple factors that have contributed to development challenges, including the ongoing COVID-related impacts affecting us all this year. I want to acknowledge the hard work from our team at 343 Industries, who have remained committed to making a great game and finding solutions to developmental challenges. However, it is not sustainable for the well-being of our team or the overall success of the game to ship it this holiday, which is, everybody's been going through a lot as far as shifting to work from home, and as someone who does work from home on my day job, I can tell you that it is challenging, to work from home. It's just not the same as being in the office with people. But he continues, we know this will be disappointing to many of you, and we all share in that sentiment. The extra time will let us finish the critical work necessary to deliver the most ambitious Halo game ever at the quality we know our fans expect. Yeah, So just go ahead and take your time, guys, and just get us the best game you can get us whenever we get it. Will be cool. I'll have way too much to play in November anyway with Watch Dogs Legion, Cyberpunk, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and who knows what else. Xbox hasn't shown all their cards yet. But that is it for this story. On to the next one. On Minecraft.net, new Dungeons DLC and more on September 8th. September 8th will be an incredible day for fans of Minecraft Dungeons, with not one or two, but three big events all landing on the same day. In this story, I'm only going to cover two of them, though. The Creeping Winter DLC brings a wintry storm that threatens to consume all it touches. The only chance of holding the biting frost is for a hero to take on new missions and relentless new enemies. Since no good deed goes unrewarded, let's say it's finders keepers on all the new armor, weapons, and artifacts you'll run into along the way. Just watch out for chilling new mobs and slippery ice on your way to save the day. We're also rolling out a free game update on September 8th that will include some fresh features, new bird and daily trials. Save captured merchants you encounter as you play the game, and they'll be so grateful that they'll set up shop in your camp, which is really cool because there's a lot of space for them to actually have traders and things there. So I'm looking forward to that when I play with my kids and my wife. The blacksmith will upgrade items for you, and the gift wrapper will allow you to trade items with other players in multiplayer, which is really cool because I know my son had a couple weapons that he had duplicates of that I would love to have got from him that I couldn't. Now I can. The merchants can also be leveled up for additional stock. The daily trials will provide fun new challenges every day. Daily trials make wild changes to the game's mechanics, which provide difficult, experimental, or fun challenges for you to overcome. Minecraft Dungeons is actually a pretty fun game. Like me and the family, we always have fun every time we play it. We just got to jump back into it and play a little bit more. Been distracted with some other things like Grounded and so much good things to play and do and watch and read, and yeah. But that is it for this story, and on to the next one. In other top stories, on Xbox Wire, Hyperscape brings high-flying street fights to Xbox One on August 11th, so it's out, by Youssef Maguid. I'm sorry if I messed up your name. Associate Communications Manager at Ubisoft. Hyperscape, the fast-paced, free-to-play multiplayer shooter, is coming to Xbox One today, bringing Neo Arcadia's hack-filled, energetic battle royale to Xbox Live Gold players. Season 1, The First Principle, will add new game modes and new features for Crowncast, Hyperscape's interactive Twitch extension, and provide more background into the universe of Hyperscape. In Hyperscape, 99 players drop into the virtual city of Neo Arcadia to compete in Crown Rush, a competition for teams of 3 competitors or solo players to win in Crown Rush. You need to either be the last team standing or grab and hold on to the crown for 45 seconds, during which all remaining enemy players can see your location. Which is a nice twist on it, that you just don't have to be the last person. You can just actually hold it for 45 seconds. Interesting to know why they didn't pick 30 seconds or a minute, but I'm sure they have the reasons. When you drop in, you'll start with nothing but a melee weapon and have to scour the map for weapons and hacks to complete your loadout. Hacks are abilities you can equip to become invisible, teleport, drop enemies seeking mines, and so much more. Yeah, if that's like Bouncing Betties and Black Ops 2, that's going to be my stuff. You can swap out weapons and hacks with any others that you find to suit your playstyle and situation. Finding duplicate weapons and hacks allows you to fuse them to create more powerful versions, and if you fuse an item 4 times, you'll unlock the maximum potential. Tailor your loadout to create powerful synergies to take on your foes and prepare to defend against whatever they throw at you. It's pretty cool that if you find the same weapon, it just levels it up instead of it just being something that you have that you don't really need. Death can come quickly, but being eliminated in Hyperscape isn't the end. If you're playing in squads, you won't be out until your entire team is wiped. When you're eliminated, you become an echo, and you are still able to traverse the map, ping locations, communicate with your teammates. To return to the fight, you and surviving teammate will need to activate a restore point. Restore points drop anywhere when an enemy has been eliminated, but you can only use it once. So that's pretty cool. So if I die first, which I'm one to do, Power Relief can find a restore point and get me back in the game. And then I'll die again. But, you know, at least I'm back in the game. That's it for that story, and it's on to the next one. Over on Xbox Insiders, there's going to be an update to My Games and Apps. There's a new way to browse the Game Pass content and explore your existing library of games. From the Game Pass app, click on any title you don't have installed. From there, you can easily view the game art, description, trailer, screenshots, bundle items, and more for that title. Additionally, there are links to common actions like go to official club, add to play later, share, and add to home. This new flashcard for your games is also available in My Games and Apps in your full library. So that's pretty cool that they're going to update the Game Pass app to make it more, to give you more information at once instead of you having to dig deeper to find things. I overall like the way they're doing the new store and the new app, so yeah, I like it. And they've also updated the Manage Game and App pages to more closely follow how the rest of the My Games and Apps handles lists of items. You can now use multi-select in the Manage pages to install and uninstall specific game content you want in one action. So if you don't care, like if a game gives you an option to install the single player and multiplayer and you don't care about the single player, you can just install the multiplayer or vice versa. So that's pretty cool. I always like when they're doing any innovations that make it easier for us to filter any of the stuff, because Lord knows the list is just a little unwieldy when you have as many games as I do, because I have a problem. But that's it for this story, and it's on to the next one. Available now. Hyperscape is available now. It's available to play for free. We've talked about Hyperscape, so I'm not going to go into it again. I will be jumping into this maybe after this podcast with Gold the Dawn and Power Tax Relief if both of them are up, because Lord knows they both go to sleep so early. Other than that, Boomerang Fu is available now. Slice and dice your friends with boomerangs in this frantic physics party game. Join a crew of your favorite foods as you grill, chill, and spill your enemies. Discover ridiculous power-ups and stack them together in deadly combinations. Boomerang Fu is available now. Through the Darkest of Times, available now. Berlin, 1933. Unspeakable horrors and suffering sweep across the world. Few would stand and fight the monstrosity that was the German Reich. Will you? Lead an underground resistance group through the darkest of times. Available now. That one looks pretty interesting. It's $15. I think I'm actually going to pick that up because I'm into strategy games like that, and the fact that all your resistance fighters are randomly generated every time you play, so they all have different skill sets and things like that. That interests me a little bit. EA Sports UFC 4 available now. It's $54 if you have EA access. In EA Sports UFC 4, the fighter you become is shaped by your fighting style, your achievements, and your personality. No matter how or where you play, EA Sports UFC 4 puts you at the center of every fight. Pre-order UFC 4 today. Well, you can't pre-order it anymore, so I'm just going to skip that end part. But I will say, it's $54 if you have EA access, which is pretty cool because I always buy Madden. But for games like UFC 4 and for FIFA, I just wait till they go into the vault and then I play them there. Like, I've played a lot of FIFA over the last 2 years. Just, the $30 a year for EA access is just so worth it if you play any of those games. If you never played any of the Dragon Ages or the Mass Effects or anything that's included in it, $30, man, you can get access to all of that. Anthem's in there now, so if you were skeptical about jumping into Anthem because of all the issues they had, do EA access and play Anthem. Like, the combat and the flying in Anthem is amazing. Okay. And that is it for what's available now. So let's go on to the new releases. Microsoft Flight Simulator will release August 18th. From light planes to wide-body jets, fly highly detailed and accurate aircraft in the next generation of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Test your piloting skills against the challenges of night flying, real-time atmospheric simulation, and live weather in a dynamic and living world. Create your flight plan to anywhere on the planet. The world is at your fingertips. Xbox Game Pass for PC, Windows 10 PC, and Steam. Microsoft Flight Simulator, August 18th. I'm actually going to jump into this. I have a PC that obviously I'm recording this podcast on. And I'm going to give it a shot, I'm probably going to fly from like Pittsburgh to like New York or something. Or then, fly in like Fiji or Hawaii or some of those exotic places. Just like a wind down game after a stressful day or something like that, On to the next one. Battletoads, August 20th. The wait is over. Rash, Zitz, and Pimple are returning at last to smash hit their way through an all-new action-packed adventure of choreographed chaos and couch co-op. and couch co-op may never be the same again. Sorry. With a unique hand-animated cartoon style and packed with memorable characters and locations, the Battletoads are back for a larger-than-life brawl across a universe that promises to be fun alone or unforgettable together. Xbox One X Enhanced, Xbox Game Pass, Xbox One, Windows 10 PC, Xbox X Enhanced, Battletoads on August 20th. Me and the kids will be jumping into this. It's 3-player co-op. I wish there was a 4th one. I could drag my wife into it. Make her pimple. That would really make her mad. But I'm gonna be rash, obviously. But yeah, on to the next game, which is Mortal Shell, released on August 18th. A deep action RPG that tests your sanity and resilience in a shattered world. Your adversaries spare no mercy, with survival demanding superior awareness, precision, and instincts. Possess lost warriors, track down hidden sanctums of the devout, and face formidable foes. Mortal Shell releases August 18th. This game looks like Dark Souls in space to me. Which I guess, you know, the Surge is kind of Dark Souls in a sci-fi universe, but it was on a planet or whatever. But yeah, this looks interesting. I'm probably not going to play this, but I definitely want to see like someone like Gom play this. And I always default to Gom because he plays like I do. He's like a completionist, so I like Gom a lot. And next game, She Sees Red, releases August 19th. A mature, hard-boiled, interactive thriller when someone is killed inside a nightclub. An experienced detective vows to put the murderer behind bars. Make choices that affect the narrative and experience several different endings in this blood-red interactive movie. Xbox Play Anywhere, which is interesting because I was randomly going through my library on the console and I was looking for stuff that wasn't installed that I owned, because sometimes it doesn't auto-install the way it's supposed to. And I seen this and I was like, I bought this on my Windows 10 PC or my Surface, and I'm just like, this is coming to Xbox. I didn't know that. But for the fact that I bought it on PC and I just already own it now on the Xbox, I love Xbox Play Anywhere. It's so awesome. But this is like a FMV movie interactive thriller, which I know some people don't like them, but there's a couple good ones out there. Like The Complex was really good. I played that for like 5 hours and already got like 5 endings, and there's a whole bunch of different endings. So if you're interested in FMVs at all, try The Complex and give this one a look. It looks interesting. I haven't started it yet, obviously. I just buy a whole bunch of stuff that I don't play because I have a problem. Next game, Remnant from the Ashes, Subject 2923, releases August 20th. And a brand new continuation of the Remnant from the Ashes story. Meet unexpected allies, traverse unfamiliar zones and dimensions, and overcome new threats to save your world. Complete new quests and conquer unique bosses to acquire additional gear, increasing your chances of surviving the rugged wilderness of Earth and beyond, as you aim to put an end to the root and restore humanity. Remnant from the Ashes, Subject 2923, August 20th. This game looks interesting. It's in Game Pass. I believe it's still in Game Pass. I'm like 99% sure it's still in Game Pass. It's something that I have to give a shot that I haven't played yet, but every time I see videos and clips from it, it always makes me want to play it. I just don't have the time, man. Too many games. But I am actively trying to start a whole bunch of games that I haven't played before. Like I had never started We Happy Few, and I've been playing that for the last couple of days. So, yep, I'm making an effort. But there's so many I haven't played yet. It's just going to take years. Anyway, on to the next game. PGA Tour 2K21, August 21st, Xbox One X Enhanced. Hit the clubhouse without leaving your house and prove you've got what it takes to become the FedEx Cup champion in PGA Tour 2K21. Ooh, don't know what's going on in my voice right there. Play against cover athlete Justin Thomas and 11 other tour pros in career mode, featuring 15 licensed courses including TPC Sawgrass, East Lake Golf Club, and more. Swing with swag as you create As you create and personalize your My Player with equipment and brands you love, and hit the links with your crew in local and online matches, including alt shot, stroke play, skins, and 4-player scramble. Ready to have your club drop moment? Xbox One X Enhanced, PGA Tour 2K21, August 21st. Ooh, sorry about that. I need to take a drink. I've been going at this for 20 minutes straight with no break. I'm trying a new editing style, so we'll see how this goes. But that is it for that section of new releases. So now let's go down and check out what's available to pre-order. Available now to pre-order. Necromunda Underhive Wars is $31.99 for pre-order instead of $39.99 USD. It will be when it releases. Deep below the nightmarish polluted hive cities of Necromunda in the twisted vertiginous vertiginous, I don't know. Dark tunnels of the Underhive, rival gangs fight to the bitter end for personal power, wealth, survival, and the honor of their houses. Only the strongest survive. Deep below the nightmarish polluted hive cities of Necromunda and the twisted... It is the same thing. I accidentally posted that twice. Sorry, let's skip that. Lead, customize, and grow your gangs of Escher, Goliath, and Orlok. Specialize each member and send them to battle in hazardous dystopian environments. Exploit the terrain in tactical gunfights. Climb raised walkways to take advantage, set traps, and ambush foes to force them into bloody melee engagements. Learn new skills, loot equipment, and bring your evolved gang to 4-player online gang fights. Lead and evolve your gangs in this compelling tactical RPG. Follow a rich narrative campaign in the Underhive. Engage in immersive and persistent game modes. This is the first video game adaptation from the mythical tabletop game Necromunda, the most famous hive world of Warhammer 40,000. Play solo or join thrilling 4-player online game fights on September 7th, 2020. So you can pre-order that now and save $8 if you're interested. $31.99 instead of $39.99. And that is it for this section, so it's on for the next segment. Now it's on the Game Pass additions and subtractions. Available to pre-install. Tell Me Why. August 27th. This is from Don't Nod Entertainment. It's going to be published by Xbox Game Studios, so this is going to be a second-party game. I'm wondering if this is going to be an exclusive for a certain time or just an exclusive period, but we'll see. They haven't really said either way. But you can pre-install with pre-order or Xbox Game Pass. Tell Me Why is the latest narrative adventure game from Don't Nod Entertainment, the studio behind the beloved franchise Life is Strange, which I really do love Life is Strange 1 and 2. In this intimate mystery, and Behind the Storm, reunited twins Tyler and Allison Ronan use their supernatural bond to unravel the mysteries of their loving but troubled childhood. Set in beautiful small-town Alaska, Tell Me Why features true-to-life characters, mature themes, and gripping choices. As you conjure up memories of the past, your choices will affect the twins' relationship, determine the strength of their bond, and shape the course of their lives. Tell Me Why unfolds across 3 chapters, all of which were released in the summer of 2020 with Xbox Game Pass, and will also be available for purchase on Xbox One, Windows 10, and Steam. Now, the first chapter comes out August 27th. The second one comes out a week after that, and the third one comes out a week after that. So it's going to be 3 episodes in 3 weeks, basically. And as far as determining their strength of bond and anything like that, with any RPGs, the way I play, the first time I played through, I always play as the good guy. So for the fact that I had to determine what their relationship is going to be, I'm going to make sure they have the best relationship ever. Then when I play a second time, I always play as a good guy to people who are nice to me, and I play as a straight up asshole to the people who are mean to me. And then if I ever get to a third playthrough, which I haven't got to one yet because there's so many games and I have a problem, then I'm just a bad guy to everybody, and we'll see how that story goes. But yeah, I definitely want them to have the best relationship possible. I will be playing this over on youtube.com/Morrpix. I will be doing a Let's Play of this. This will be one of the first games I'm 100% sure I'm doing. For the fact that it's Xbox Game Studio game, and this is Xbox with Morrpix, it makes sense. So, and I'm just interested in playing it, period. I love Don't Nod and everything that I've played from them. They've done a great job with their games. But that's enough waxing poetic about that. Let's move on to games with gold. Available now is still Portal Knights until August 31st. Available as of August 16th, so yesterday as of this Monday. Over at Mech City Brawl, is the high-octane mech battles are delivered in a city-crushing ballad of destruction. Experience a blockbuster full-length campaign, a myriad of local and online multiplayer modes, and a cast of 12 gigantic mechs to pilot, each customizable and with their own abilities, tower over any opponents and lay waste to environments inspired by real-life locations to become the top mech pilot. No gears, no glory. Available August 16th to September 15th on Xbox One. And then also Red Faction 2, fight to overthrow a corrupt dictator and government in this classic first-person shooter. It has been 5 years since the rebellion on Mars began, and the oppressed people of the Commonwealth are rising up. Lead a squad of unique super soldiers, each with their own specialized methods of destruction ranging from demolitions to gunship, to topple the crooked government and restore peace to the land. Available August 16th through the 21st to Xbox One and Xbox 360. I'm definitely probably going to play Rift Faction 2 at some point. Override Mech City Brawl, didn't know how to campaign, so I'll probably play that in like 10 years whenever I get caught up because I got a problem. And that is it for this segment, and we're going to go on to the next one. And now it's time for a quick opinion. I had seen a video yesterday where it was rumored that the price for the Xbox was going to be $599. And one, I don't think it's going to be that price because everything is pointing to the fact that they want to match the PlayStation 5's price or beat it. And if that's the case, and PlayStation comes out at $499, which is what I think it's going to be, there's no way that the Series X comes out at $599. I think it's going to come out at $499 or at $399. And I think that what they'll do is $399 for the Xbox Series X, $299 for the Xbox Series S, and $199 for the Xbox One S. Now, that being said, if the Xbox Series X comes out at $599, I am still getting it. Why? Because I have a problem. But besides that, it's the most powerful console. And if you try to build the PC version of this console, it would cost you at least double what the price is. So the value prop, to me, it's a no-brainer. The amount of Xbox I play an hour of Xbox a day. And on the weekend, I probably play 4 hours. So we're talking about 13 hours a week I play. That is a great return on my money, in my opinion. Now, if you disagree, tell me why you disagree. That if it's $599, you won't get it. If it's $599, tell me in the comments why you will get it. And tell me if you think it's going to be $399. But either way, anything short of them saying it's $699, I'm getting it day one. You know, like this is what I go to work for, you know, to make money, to spend money on things I want. And I really don't have too many vices, I'll say. Video games are my vice. Like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, so I don't spend a lot of money on things like that. So the money that I don't spend on things like that, I could spend on my tech. So anyway, I don't judge anyone who does, but it's just, you know, I'm just saying, that's what I spend my money on. Anyway, moving on to the next segment. Next segment is, well, not the next segment, but the next part of this segment is This Week in Xbox History. So in 2016, on August 23rd, Deus Ex Mankind Divided released. And on 2011, on August 23rd, so 5 years before that, Deus Ex Human Revolution released. This has always been one of those games that I bought traditionally and want to play, but just never get around to because it always comes down to like that game and like another game, and I always pick the other game. I don't know why. I have a system for everything, and I have a problem. But anyway, 2015, August 19th, Smite came out. And after playing a little bit of Dota with Power Tactics Relief, I actually want to jump back in Smite and look at it with Dota eyes and see if I can understand and appreciate it a little bit more than I did when I played it before playing any other MOBA. And then in 2013, on August 20th, Splinter Cell Blacklist came out. So we haven't had a new Splinter Cell game in 7 years, and people have been asking for it every year, you know? And you would have thought that this would have been like a great year to bring back Splinter Cell with the new generation and the new technology with ray tracing, a stealth game with ray tracing and shadows and all that, man, that would have been amazing. But they didn't do it. They brought him back in this mobile all-star game, and they're just like, hey, look, he's back. It's just like, that's not what people want. Like, give us a game. Give us a game. Anyway, that's it for this week in Xbox history. Now, Morrpix Plays, which is my Let's Play series that is going to be on youtube.com/Morrpix. I may do some Hyperscape. I may do Battletoads. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do those, but I know 100% that I'm going to do Wasteland 3. I'm going to do Tell Me Why. I'm going to do Madden for anyone who's out there and interested in Madden. And then I'll also do Windbound, which is like a Zelda-like game that's coming to Xbox. So yeah, I'm definitely doing those four, and I might do Hyperscape and Battletoads. And also I'm going to start doing my Rocket League playthroughs also again, because I'm decent at Rocket League. Not the best, but I'm decent. I'm at least do some highlights, because I do have some great goals. But yeah, that's it for that. We're going to go to the next part, which is what I'm playing. And right now I am playing Fallout 4. So far into that game, 155 hours. The Outer Worlds, I'm still loving that. Rocket League, still loving that. Obviously, 265 hours into that, which is crazy. Actually, 270 something. Speed Runners, Troll of My Son, gotta love it. Ultimate Chicken Horse, and then also Troll of My Son, another great game for that. And then We Happy Few, like I said, I started and I've been playing that. And then what did I play last night? I played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, trying to get ready for Valhalla. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is just so beautiful. And I love the system and the RPGs and the crafting and the engraving. Just give me Valhalla, and hopefully Valhalla has everything I love about Odyssey, which I think it does. So it'd be amazing. I love the way they reinvented Assassin's Creed, and I'm someone who wants to play all the Assassin's Creed. I own them all, and I skipped all of them to play Odyssey because it was an RPG. I love RPGs. Anything that lets me choose my character and how they develop I'm all for it. So. But that is what I have been playing. As far as a personal update, I'm still working on the third novel in my sci-fi trilogy, scene by scene, to see what can be added. There's a couple things that I added into the book that were not supposed to be in there that are in there now, and it'll spice it up because I think there was just too much talking in the third book because I'm trying to tie up all these loose ends and things. So I put in a couple action things and Easter eggs and changed a couple things around, and I think it'll be for the better. You know, when I'm writing this book, I'm thinking about it as a comic book, as a game, as a movie, as a TV show. So I'm trying to think about it through that lens also. But all 3 books will release in 2021. I'm probably going to do them like either 3 months apart, or I'm going to just do them 3 months in a row. We'll see what actually happens with that. But you can find me at www.morrpix.com, MORRPIX. You can find me at youtube.com/Morrpix. You can find me at TikTok at smorrismedia, so SMORRIS Media, and at Facebook at smorrismedia also. I want to give a shout out to new subscribers, Moises Mendoza and Adonias Alves. So thank you guys for your subscriptions. Also want to give out my regular shout outs to Maya412, Sammy412, Coco Teeny 412, Gold the Dawn, Z Baby 412, and Power Tax Relief. Give a shout out to Facebook groups Xbox Community and owner Alex Boylan and admin Tiffany Smith. Also give a shout out to all the countries around the world that are watching. The United States, Argentina, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, India, Italy, Mexico, Russia, South Africa, Spain, and the United Kingdom. If you like this episode, please like, subscribe, or share this podcast with someone who'd also like it. Email comments, questions, and suggestions to sam@morrpix.com. But thank you, and that'll do it for this episode. Thank you for checking out Xbox with Morrpix. Check out the top gaming and movie trailers over on morrpix.com. Until next time, be happy, be safe, and peace out.